Hello, lovely, and welcome to the Essence of Expression podcast. Get ready to explore insights, lessons, practices, and wisdom from life for life. I'm your host, RJ, healer, teacher, student, and sage. I'm excited and honored to have you with me on this journey. Let's dive in. What the fuck do you really want to say? What makes your being come alive when you do it? Shout out to Dr. Becky Kennedy for her LinkedIn post that inspired this episode. Her LinkedIn post, she started off by saying, "Our loudest thought isn't our truest thought, just our most practiced one." And I love that because part of what that means is that we can make our truest self louder with practice. And I know this to be true because I've done it and I've helped others do it. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what happens when we do begin to make our truest self louder, right? When that voice is what becomes the practice voice, that voice is what becomes the louder, stronger voice, instead of the little quiet whisper that it tends to be before we start doing the work to come home to ourselves. So one of the things that happens is you start to honor your needs more. A lot of the people pleasing begins to fall away. You learn to rest before you get to the point of burnout because you can hear the inner nudges asking you to pause, asking you to slow down, asking for the rest, and you learn to give it to yourself. And no's don't make you cringe anymore because you realize that they're necessary. It's part of how you honor yourself. It's part of how others honor their truth. And so you get way more comfortable with no. Then how we react to the shoulds change. Like shoulds, they begin to trigger that same face at like when you smell something rotten. And you begin to question whenever those shoulds pop up, like, according to who? Who says? Why do I think I should? And soon enough, like, should stops being a good enough reason for you to do something. You feel an expansiveness in your body that you've long forgotten, right? And it's from this pressure of expectation and the pressure of urgency, they begin to lose their hold. Right? Because a lot of that is placed in the shoulds and the external expectations of others and the things we learn to wear and are trained to respond to and nurture and take care of as though they were ours, and they're not. So we begin to feel this expansiveness in our body, right? Like our system can rest, our system can sync with flows again. It can feel the cycles and it can move with it because we're not constantly trying to push through and we're not constantly trying to move in unnatural ways anymore because we can hear it, we can see the signs, like our body's communicating with us again and we're listening, which is why it's communicating even more strongly. Then you begin to intentionally create your life from the essence of who you are and not who the world told you you're supposed to be. Right? Your truth, your desire, your aliveness, all these things become way more palpable and become your guides to how you show up, how you move, how you live, how you think, how you be. And now I'm not going to lie to you because these transitions sometimes can be rocky, right? As things are falling into place, there are a number of things that are falling away. And sometimes that is scary. Sometimes that is painful. Sometimes it can be any number of emotions all at once and just create this swirl, right? And that's okay. But the louder your truer voice gets, the more you're going to need to honor it and follow it. Because it won't leave you alone until you do, and you can hear it more clearly now. So sometimes friends fall away as you move closer to that voice. Sometimes the activities you used to enjoy no longer resonate with you, and you find yourself unable to participate in them, right? And there's a phase where there's this tug of war between your truth and your programmed mind. So your being wants to do something or wants to not do something, and your mind will kick in and say, hey, but you should, but you're supposed to. There's something wrong. Why aren't you? Right? And we need to get to a point where we're able to more clearly discern whether it is our programmed mind speaking or our innate intelligence speaking, because both will let us know when something is wrong. But the conditioned mind is letting us know when it's wrong according to others. Okay? And, even though these transitions can be rocky, like you do have some transitions that are really beautiful and more smooth. And you do have some where you're just like, what the fuck did I get myself into? But I promise every transition is worth it. Every little bit of crumbling, every time you find yourself in the messy middle of becoming and not yet arrived, is absolutely worth the treasure that is you. Thank you for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the show. If someone came to mind while you were listening to this episode, please take a moment to share it with them. If you're interested in joining a community and diving further into these topics, please visit theessenceofexpression.com/community and request to join our community group. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.